because I'm fascinated by studying other entrepreneurs. And like the phase of
Mhm.
an entrepreneur is there's like 2 years of, or a year or whatever, depending on your velocity to scale. You're just like, this is everything. And then once you make it, you have a choice. You're like, you stay in that like grinder mindset, or then you realize it's like, okay, who am I now? And then it's like,
Right.
the way to go forward with business or in life is by removing unnecessary things. Like the way to go forward is by saying no. And so then you
Yes.
have to have this filter, whether it's through yourself or people speaking into your life, of what do I need to do now? Like it's a cornucopia of opportunity. So then you're like, I could say yes to a million things on a daily basis, but the things I say no to are way more important than the things I say yes to.
Exactly.
And
Because if you
so,
want the right things to say yes to, you have to say no to everything that doesn't align.
yep, I literally have
Right.
people that I pay every month to tell me no. Like they just tell me like they said this is your goal. Does
Uh-huh.
adding this thing, do you have to add this thing to hit your goal? And I'm like, nope.
Right.
And they're like, you shouldn't add it. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
sounds great. They're like, is this still your goal? Yep. Do are you going to raise the goal? And I'm like, no. They're like, then you don't need to add that.
Right.
And it's just
Well,
like it's a beautiful thing.
well, this is such an important point too, because once your focus and your desire outwardly becomes time and
Right.
becomes the more the things that like genuinely bring you joy and not just
Yeah.
money, it's like that's when you start paying attention to how can I reduce and still make the same or more
Right.
amount of money with like way less energy and way less focus. And you're also, because like the idea in the old paradigm when you're in the fear-based paradigm is like, well, if I hire this person, then I'm going to have less money. If I, you know,
Yep.
don't take this opportunity on, then I might make less money. But the switch happens when you're like, actually, I'm helping provide for these people's lives. And then they're
Yep.
able to, it's a ripple effect, right? And
Yep.
then on top of that, I'm hiring other people to help make, not only make me more money, but give me more freedom of time. It reminds me of
100%.
there's this guy named Ben Humble. Shout out Ben. I don't know, he probably won't watch this, but he was at a seminar that I was at, and he said
Yeah.
something to the tune of, my first 4 years or so in business was just grinding, and
Yep.
I wanted to hit $1 million, and I wanted the Porsche, and I wanted all the things. He's like, and my coach, I had a coach like a few years in. He's like, I want you to hit that $1 million as fast as possible so that then you can realize that's not what it's about. And you can turn your business into a service oriented business. He's like,
Yep.
and when I did that, he's like, I saw the switch because it was all me centered. It was all me focused of like, I need to make money for me and I need to make it for my family and I need to blah, 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 blah. He's like, and then I hit the $1 million, got all the stuff. And I was like, okay, this is cool for like, a few days. It was enjoyable, whatever. He's like, but then when I turned it to service and helping other people and really just helping people get their message out and helping them make money and provide for their families, he's like, then I made millions of dollars. He's like, wait, it took me 4 years to make $1 million. And then within a year or two, I made multi-millions just by that energetic switch of perceiving it differently. Right.
Yep.
And I'll never forget that him saying that because I was
That's
like
a
that. That's
that's spot on,